How am I? Greetings, everybody. Fat old butterballs, short and tall, one and all. Greetings to you. So, what's this light? Oh, shit. I left the ring light on. Ow, man. Wow. Oh. Oh, that's a lot better. Yeah, so I just, my wife has been, kind of sick. She's, this has been 6 days or about a week now. Let me move this thing over, man. And, I don't know, it's some kind of flu variant or something, or it's not really flu, I don't think. She thinks it might be COVID long haul, but we did 2 tests and they were both negative. So I don't know. A lot of aches, a lot of body aches, a lot of fatigue, and some coughing, not too much, but she's better now. Anyway, so I haven't been doing too much stuff. I've been making sure she's okay. And so I don't know what the hell I'm doing, because I just wanted to upload a video because I haven't done anything for a few weeks, man. Did you hear about that thing in LA, man? Like 100 people, mostly African American, they just trashed a 7-Eleven and stole their merchandise and just trashed the place, man. Stole the money out of the register, just throwing shit around, acting like a bunch of wild animals, man. I mean, it was unbelievable. Just, and this is in what, L.A., I mean, it's like lawlessness in L.A., San Francisco, Chicago, everywhere. Just ridiculous, man. Unreal. Just went in there like 100 people or so and just tore the place apart and stole shit, Man, it gets depressing, man. It's just terrible. And all the stuff going on in Ukraine and Putin, what a liar that guy is. He said that the Ukrainians were shelling that nuclear power plant in the Crimea. I can't even pronounce the damn name of it, but turns out the new satellite images that came out show there's no shelling going on there at all. Putin was lying about the whole thing, and I think the Ukrainians are saying that he's trying to get the Ukrainians to respond by attacking the plant or something. It doesn't make any sense, because if something happens there, it's going to affect the whole of Europe, including Russia. I don't know what the hell's going on over there. All I know is that Zelensky, he's not any better, man. Those two guys, they deserve each other, and we should have just stayed out of the damn thing, I mean, how much money are we going to spend over there? Hundreds of billions of dollars, and we can't even take care of our own people here. A lot of them are homeless. Look at all the homeless encampments everywhere. LA, San Francisco, and Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, Pittsburgh. Look at the streets in Pittsburgh, man. Kensington Avenue in Pittsburgh. Holy shit. Here in Chicago, oh man. I mean, we could use that money to help our own people. So I don't know. A lot of these things have been getting me depressed, down. And then my wife was sick, and then, I don't know, man. So much BS going on. I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, here, you know what? I'm probably going to be ranting and raving while I show you books. This was a very 3, 4, this is number 1. A very good series, and it didn't last long. I think it only lasted I'm not 100% sure, but I think it only lasted 5 issues. And that's Time Warp. Look at the... shit. It's got... You better show up better. Denny O'Neil, George Kasdan, Paul Levitz, Mike Barr. A lot of great names doing the stories and the artwork. And I think there's only 5 issues. And it was such a great series, anthology. It was... I mean, I love this. And I could have sworn that Steve Ditko was involved in some of the stories here. But maybe I'm wrong. I might be thinking of, you know, House of Mystery or something. The new House of Mystery. Some beautiful artwork there. See if I can catch who this is. Artist Dick Giordano. Wow. He's good. Dick Giordano is a great artist. He was. And just a fantastic anthology series. I love anthology series, horror anthologies, sci-fi anthologies. And there's really not many you need to buy in order to have a complete collection, because I think there's only 5 issues or so. But it was just great. The stories were great. The art was great. And cover Mike Kaluta. And this is 1979. You know, this is at a time when ads started looking like this already, you know, years earlier. And one of the main attractions for me when I started collecting comic books were all these great ads. And now, you know, when the 70s hit, you know, everything started, the ads started getting, you know, uninteresting. There was no eye appeal to these ads at all for me, you know, just kind of. I mean, I liked it better when Daisy had the old classic artwork and their ads. But, nonetheless, so that's number 1, and I got 4 copies of this. 4 copies of number 1. Don't know how in the world I got 4 copies of number 1. I must have. Oh, you know, I probably, if I pick these, if I see them in a dollar bin, I pick them up. I don't. If I have 100 copies, I'll still pick it up. I mean, because to me this was a great series. It was number 2. Oh yeah, I was right. There you go, Steve Ditko. Look at the top. Gil Kane. Hey, where's the Gil Kane alert? I don't know. Michael Kaluta, Howie Shakin, Jerry Grandinetti, and Don Newton. Wow. Don Newton, I think, did a lot of stuff for the Rocket Blast and Comic Collector covers. You know. Number 3, at the great Denny O'Neil. Arnold Drake, who created the Doom Patrol. Arnold Drake created the Doom Patrol. What else we got there? I'm familiar. Dan Mishkin, Mike Barr once more. The covers were nice too. Mike Kaluta, man, did some great covers. He was a great artist. This is number 4. That was number 3, what I just showed you here. And this is number 4. Steve Ditko once again. And when they say fantastic art, they mean fantastic art. Art. Blew a fart and tore the whole place apart. Remember that from Police Academy? Was a guy Goldberg, or not Goldberg, but I forgot what his freaking name was. But he was called to say something in front of the academy, and he recites a limerick about farts. That was crazy, I tell you. Absolutely crazy. But, yeah, you see, these ads just don't do nothing for me, Monogram. I mean, it's a cool looking model. Check it out. It's still nice to see these ads back then. 70. This is 1980 already. So we're into the copper age now, but there were still a lot of great comics around. Not many, a lot. There started the quality started to disintegrate, and the more and more writers started projecting too much of their politics in the story. And you got to understand there's going to be some of that going on, no matter who it is that's writing the stories, whether it's being done in the 50s with EC. EC did a lot of that. And eventually, any writer is going to have some of his belief structure involved into the story that he's writing. But to saturate it and to try to brainwash people is just so annoying. I mean, I don't understand why they do that. They got an opinion about that, homosexuality should be legal. I'm talking about years ago. It should be, they should be able to be openly gay and stuff like that. That doesn't bother me, But then they started bringing in that they should have the right to be married. Married should be for the same-sex couples, and they're throwing this all into the comic. Stuff like that, I'm not interested in, and I lost the interest in collecting a lot of the newer stuff because of that. And this is issue number 5 of Time Warp. I have not read this, but let's see, well, who's up there inside? What are some of the... Let's see what some of the writers are. There's Shelley Meyer. Oh, Shelley Meyer. Elliot S. Megan. Man, I can barely make that out up there. What? The red on the white? What the hell? Or is that my camera? Might be the camera. I don't even know who that is. Paul Cooperberg. George Cashdan again. Arnold Drake is good. And these other guys, Maya Kin. Come on, get the fuck. Man. What the frick? I can't get it to focus now. Stupid camera, I couldn't get it to focus. That was crazy. Anyway, do it to me again, better than that. Yeah, this guy is familiar to me. I'm probably butchering his name. Amaya Kin. I think he's a. Let me just check something. I think he's a artist, and he's pretty good. Let's see if I can find what story he does in here. Z. Yeah, look at this. Bubble Yum. Bubble Yum ad. It's 1980s and we still had the obligatory sea monkeys. The white sea monkey family, as opposed to the white porch monkeys around here. Notice I said white porch monkeys. I'm not, don't anybody try to turn this into some kind of racist shit. There's a lot of groups of people that just sit on the front porch here, man. I mean, next to me and then right down the street. Like the Beverly Hillbillies, except they're all drinking beer. That's why I call them the porch monkeys. Where is this guy? I can't find this guy anywhere, but I don't want to get you guys bored, so what the hell, I can't find him. But I can. So I got that, and I think there's only 5 issues, but I don't know. But it's worth checking out if you like anthologies, especially sci-fi. It sure is worth checking out. I was going to drink tea, but I got so depressed I decided against it. I decided I'm going to drink myself some Lonnie Kugel Summer Shandy. My wife bought me these. Isn't that nice of her? Look at the size of that sucker. She's good to me. But I'm good to her, too. Oh. Where am I? Oh. Out at the Dollar Tree today. Oh, here's that other stuff I was looking. Okay. I went to the Dollar Tree to pick up these folders. I use these folders to file paperwork, if I'm doing some research on comics or comic book history or pop culture in general. I always got these folders so I can print out pages of interesting facts and file them away in there. And these were there too for $1.25. Also, the Dollar Tree is going to be changing its name, It's eventually, I don't know when it's happening, but I talked to 2 owners of 2 different Dollar Tree stores, and they're both, acquaintances of mine. And I was talking about, pretty soon it's going to be the $1.50 tree, and then the $1.75 tree. And one friend, Jerry, he says to me, no, I'll tell you what's going to happen. They're going to call it the $1 Plus, because that's already in the works, he said. There's not going to be any more Dollar Tree. It's going to be $1 Plus. And mainly the stockholders wanted that for a long time anyway. Okay, so here's what I was thinking of. Mystery in Space. This is number 111. Steve Ditko, Dan Spiegel, Jim Aparo, Marshall Rogers. I'm not that familiar with the name. I pull this out. Oh, it's got the same ad back there as the other one. Well, almost the same. Yeah. I mean, these kind of daisy ads, you know, they were starting to disappear anyway. And the appeal was gone. Viewpoints. Let's just see what it is here. Oh, look at this. Monogram. Look at the size of those models. They're huge. Super scale. This reminds me of something. Did I read this? I already have this book here. I mean, I picked this up recently at a super buy. Yeah, I did. I remember this now. Shit. It has a story in here that didn't make too much sense to me. It's an art narrative, or narrative art where there's no script really. Let me show it to you. Right here, called A Thingling. See that? All you see is a newspaper there with a headline and then a column that says world awaits surrender terms of alien fleet. They're just tearing the earth apart, this alien fleet. And in this panel here, the guy is pointing up towards like a mothership that's about to land. Then they beam these people down. Some imperial leader or something, you know, is there, and then he's in the eyesight of a scoped out rifle, a sniper, a lone sniper, and then the sniper is a human sniper. He's caught and shot, but he's only stunned, I guess. And then they bring him to supreme leader, and I guess he mentally communicates something, you know, like just shoot him, and they shot him and killed him. So there he is, dead, you know, and this stuff is all going on. The rest of the earth is still being blown to shreds. I mean, it just, I didn't get the story. That in the end, you know, the guy takes his craft towards this house that he goes into, and it turns out it was his house, and that's him. That's his picture on the wall with his wife and kids, and there you see a leg hanging over the couch. It must be his wife. She's dead, and then a kid right there is dead. And then he takes his alien mask off, and he's, you know, a human. I guess he's a traitor. He's got 2 awards for outstanding service to the First Interplanetary Diplomatic Corps, and then over there he's got an award from aliens, guaranteed life award. I don't know. And then he's crying, and I don't get it. Come on, you stupid there. I don't know why my camera is doing that. I'm getting out of focus like that. It has never done that. I never understood that story, really. I mean, I understand he was a traitor, and maybe he feels he has a lot of remorse. But why would he do that? And play a role in the death of his own wife and kids. The story didn't make any sense to me. But look who does the coloring in it. Tatiana Wood. That was Wally Wood's daughter. So, can't read anything. From 1981, number 111 from 1980. Let me see if that's right. I didn't write that on the back of there. That was written by whoever originally owned it, I guess. It is 1980. So yeah, that's when there's no script, that's like called narrative art. It was interesting, but I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. I just don't understand this. Maybe somebody else who reads these great anthologies. This is another great anthology, Mystery in Space, when it came back. But maybe somebody that read that story has a clue for me, because I'm so damn dumb. I don't understand a damn thing. I don't know what that was trying to tell me. Oh, I picked this up here. Now, I already have this, but this is $3 it cost me. No, wait, it didn't cost me $3. This cost me. What did it cost me? Is there a price on this anywhere? $4, $5. I think either $4 or $5 now. I don't get it. They're $4 or $5. I should have some better lighting going on. But look at the back cover of this. Very nice. I was buying these models, but not the glow-in-the-dark ones, because I just didn't have any interest in the glow-in-the-dark. Besides, they had glow-in-the-dark paint at the time. I could have just used that, and yeah, Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. You know what's interesting about this cover? Take a look at this. There's a Twilight Zone episode called from 61 or 1962 called the what was it called? The Silence, I think, or the Silencing. And I gotta get a better bag for this here. That is what I think where they got this idea from. The Silencing, or the Silence. What year is this? This is from 1969. So that story, this is 124 from 1969. So that story would have been about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8 years earlier, something like that. But the story involved this guy. There's a men's club, a gentleman's club, and there's this one member of the club that continuously yaks away. He's always talking, always bragging, always telling stories about this, that, and the other freaking thing, like he's been around and he's been everywhere. And he annoys the hell out of this one particular individual who makes him a bet to shut up and keep his mouth closed. He probably couldn't keep his mouth closed for a year, and if he did, I'd bet you, he goes, I'll bet him $500,000. So he bets the guy $500,000, and he takes the bet for 1 year. They put him in a glass cage in the basement of the club with the only privacy that he has is when he goes to the bathroom, which is also inside this glass cage. So after a few months, it becomes apparent to the guy that made the bet for $500,000 that hell, he's not gonna he's gonna lose the bet because this guy is determined. So then he conceives of all these schemes to try to get him to talk. His wife is cheating on him. His wife is prostituting or something like that. You know, anything to get him to talk, and he's not talking. So a year goes by, and there's a spoiler alert. Okay, spoiler alert. I'm telling you now, spoiler alert. So year goes by, time's up. They open the cage, and he puts his hand out. You know, he wants the money. The guy confesses he doesn't have any money. He never had the money. He was broke the whole time. And then the guy that was in the cage for a year becomes hysterical, you know, and he has to write everything down. He's not talking. He's writing everything down on paper. Turns out that he cut his vocal cords prior to going in the cage, so he couldn't talk. And he needed the money because he was deep in debt and because of his wife's expenditures. But that's where I think they got this idea from. The Secret of Olsen's Father. Let me see who did the script on that one, eh? Yeah, The Secret of Jimmy's Father. Yeah, I think, what was the story? The story is, I guess, Jimmy meets his real father, who was cursed by some Mesoamerican Indians in Mexico. I don't know, here in Chichen Itza. I don't know where the frick it was. And so Jimmy is going to serve out the year that's left. He's cursed for 5 years. He did or something. I read the story a pretty long time ago. But Jimmy decides to do the last year for his father, and then he doesn't. He's only eating bread and water and stuff like that, and he's locked in the cage. You can't get out of the cage. Nobody can come in there and see him or anything like that for a whole year, just like in that other story, for a whole year, except the guy couldn't talk. But yeah, that was a Twilight Zone episode called The Silencing or The Silencers or some stuff like that. I don't know. Let me see here. But yeah, it's too much of a coincidence to be. I mean, it would be a big coincidence, and I think yeah. Oh, you know what? The script in there was by the guy Nelson Bridwell. Did the script, and Nelson Bridwell accumulated a huge file and all. I mean, he was like an encyclopedia on all the DC history, the superheroes, the characters, and continuity and everything. He was anybody that needed to know anything at DC when they were doing a script for a story, they went to Bridwell because he knew it all. And but he died, you know, pretty young. I think around 55 or something. 55, 56. I don't know. He had lung cancer, I think it was, which was a shame. The guy died young. But that's who did the script here, Nelson Bridwell. God damn it! Give me the backer bow. I need a backer bow. Say what? What's a bow? A backer bow. This is a bow. This is a backer bow. I put in the back of the bow. Shit. Nelson Bridwell, yeah. I think, you know, the Watchmen, uh, uh, not the series, the TV series, but in the comic book, I think Mr. Metropolis was his real name was named. He was named after Bridwell, Nelson Bridwell. He was called Nelson, not Nelson Bridwell. Bridwell. What? It was Nelson Gardner Fox. Uh, Nelson Gardner. Nelson Gardner, after Nelson Bridwell and Gardner Fox. That's what it was. And so the character, Mr. Metropolis, was his real name was named after Nelson Bridwell and Gardner Fox. I think I'll cut the ears later. That Watchmen was a pretty good series. I thought a little bit violent. Well, in the beginning, anyway, it was kind of violent. You know, it was guy gets beat up to shit. You know, in the apartment, and then he gets thrown out the frickin' window. Holy moly! What else do we got? Oh, here's a Tarzan of the Apes. This is that recent. I don't know if I should read. I don't know. Maybe I should read bag. I don't really like these bags that, you know. They have the. Yeah, it needs a new backer board. I don't like these bags that got the self-adhesive strips on the back, you know. It's too dangerous. You can get something stuck on there and then you're screwed. But, excuse me. I think I don't know who does the interior art here. Should have better lighting, man. 1970, and I think the cover is I think it's George Wilson. I think the cover is by George Wilson. He did a lot of these covers. You know, he was very prolific. Yeah, I think he did around maybe around 400 covers or so for Dell and Gold Key. 400? That's a lot. And then he also did pulps, paperback pulps, and the for paperback book pulps, and then regular sci-fi pulps from the 50s. He also did covers for those things. He was very prolific. I better put a new bag in here too. I think I would. I mean, not a new bag, a new backer board. I still have some of the propylene bags, or this might be a polyethylene bag, I don't know, but they're acid free, and I use those primarily for books that I want to see. Like this is a pretty good condition book, except it's got a lot of wear on the spine, and I really like this cover. I like all the Tarzan covers. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna need a new bag over there. Where a new board? Yeah, I don't know, man. There's so much going on. See, when it's in a bag like this, instead of Mylar, then I'll know that this is my copy for reading, or it's a copy. I might have another copy for reading, or it somehow it has to be upgraded. I already have a copy, but it needs to be upgraded. When it's in these bags, I know automatically that I intended to either upgrade it or use it as the reader copy. So here is one. The Rose and the Thorn. Yeah. Lois Lane 107. Ow. Rose and the Thorn. The Rose and the Thorn. See, look at this ad. This doesn't appeal to me at all. It has no freaking eye appeal to me, or no attraction at all whatsoever to that ad. This is a cool in-house ad for Superman, though. 1971. I think this this Rose and Thorn, I'm skipping the whole Lois Lane thing. I'm going right to the Rose and the Thorn. This is a writer, Robert Conayer, who co-created the Silver Age Flash with Carmen Infantino, does the story here. Russ Andrew and Mike Esposito, they do the artwork. Now the Rose and Thorn, I think this was Rosalind Forrest is her name. Get it? Rosalind Forrest. She made her appearance, I think, in 105 was the first appearance. But there was a Golden Age Rose and Thorn first that made her debut in the Golden Age in Flash 89 in 1947, and she married the Green Lantern, who I think at the time was Alan Scott. I hope somebody who's ever watching this knows, puts it in the comment, because I ain't 100% sure. But she had the Golden Age. I gotta get a new backer board. Yeah, I think I better get a new backer board in this one too. The Golden Age Rosenthal. Her name was Rose. I don't know what her last name was. This has got to go on a Mylar, because this is a pretty good. This is a pretty good copy, so it's going to go on a Mylar. What did I do? Now something dropped. Canton, I think was her name. Rose Canton, and she in her origin story, she had the power to manipulate plants like poison ivy does. And it's kind of curious, you know. Maybe that's where they got the idea for poison ivy. I don't know, something like that, you know. But pretty sure her name, the Golden Age Rosenthorn, was Rose Canton. And now I dropped something here. I don't know what the frick is going on. Excuse me while I look see me. Well, I just dropped all these bags, right? So I decided to stop the video and do another clip. And I ran that clip, cleaned up the bags that I dropped, and ran that clip for about 15 minutes showing comic books, and all of a sudden it just disappeared right in front of me. The camera stopped and everything just disappeared, what I had recorded. So now I gotta, you know, do it all over again. It's so weird. I don't know if I showed this or not in the previous video, and I can't in the previous clip. I know I was talking about Nelson Bridwell and that the character Mr. Metropolis in the Watchmen series. I don't know if it was on. I don't know if it was in the movie or on. But I'm talking about the series, the comic book series. I believe it was the comic book series where Mr. Metropolis's real name was Nelson Gardner, which was a homage to Nelson Bridwell and Gardner Fox. So I don't know if I mentioned that, you know. I got this really screwed me up. And then I don't know if I showed this, but it's not a huge deal. This is just it's going in my Christmas box. It's Archie's Christmas Lovin'. But they have to, you know, for the camera to stop like that. There's so much bullshit going on in my life, man. Sometimes I don't even feel like making videos anymore. But I don't know if I mentioned the fact that when Bridwell died, he was like 55 years old or so. In 1987, I think he died. And Bridwell had this huge archive of documentation, you know, papers and everything. I mean, he was a master of continuity over there at DC. And then all his papers went to the McFarland Library, not Todd McFarland, but it's called the McFarland Library in Oklahoma. And yeah, so it'd be nice to go there and see everything what he's if I ever go to Oklahoma, I'll go to that library and see, get access to all those papers and see, you know, what he has there in his archives. Yeah, when writers wanted to know something about, or they're writing stories, they needed to know something about continuity, Bridwell was the guy to go to. He was the encyclopedia. Yeah. Anyway, that really threw me for a loop there. Video just stopped on that clip. So I guess I just got to do it all over again. And I don't know what I was showing, what I did. I know I showed Lois Lane and I showed that. So what was I going to do next? Excuse me. That ain't it. I think it was a pile here of comics that I wanted to show because I showed these on Graphic Man, the 4 fossils. If you haven't seen the the 4 color fossils on Graphic Man, check that out. It's on every Wednesday night, 7 o'clock Central Time. I wasn't on last week because my wife was having a lot, she's been sick. Like I said, she's been sick, and there's all this other stuff going on, and I wanted to make room on the Graphic Man show for somebody else, At least that's what Micah was suggesting. If I wasn't going to be on, he can have someone else coming on. So I told him, go ahead, get somebody else, let somebody else come on there. And then I was watching it. There was only 6 people on there anyway. But anyway, so yeah, this is something that I showed in Graphic Man, and this I showed already in this clip that got suddenly deleted, so I'm doing it over. But this is Betty and Veronica Annual number 5. And just take a close look at that cover. You got Jughead down on his knees there, and he's right underneath Betty's skirt, and he's got a dog bone in there and going woof woof like he's like a dog after a pussy cat. Dog after a pussy cat. It's hilarious, man. I mean, they gotta have known. I mean, sometimes they might do things by accident or didn't really mean anything at the time. They didn't realize it, but this is pretty, I mean, I really think that they knew what was going on there. These ads I was talking about are so much nicer than the modern ads for bikes, But even the older ones from the 40s are really the best bicycle ads, Schwinn's and stuff. So this is from 1957. And there's no ads in here to speak of except for the I can do this without it falling apart. Inside back cover. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, looky here. I think Veronica cuts her hair. I mean, not Veronica. Betty cuts her hair. Wow. Man, she's got a butch cut. But look at this. The spine is coming apart here. And I intend to fix this. I have special acid-free glue for paper like this. And I got archival mending tissue that's acid neutral, or it might be acid free. No, it's acid neutral. But the glue I have is actually acid free. What a great cover, huh? What a great cover. Right there, right there. Woof woof, woohoo! Creatures on the Loose with Thungar. I know I showed this in the clip that got deleted, but there it is again. Although this is the first time you've seen it. I don't know why I'm showing the back of the backer board. I don't know. Shit. I don't know who the artist is. Oh, for goodness sake. But it's a beautiful cover. Then here we go to a Golden Age cover. Jungle Comics. This is from 1945. 71. I write the year on the back of the board, but I don't write, yeah, 71. Anyway, take a look at that. Bondage cover, crocodiles, or alligators rather, not crocodiles, because this ain't the Nile, you know. I think Morris Whitman probably did the cover on this. He did a lot of these covers, you know, Morris Whitman. Oh, look at the back of this. The football annual. Who's Who? 1945 football. There's usually no ads in here. But, there's some beautiful artwork. Oh, look at that skimpy bikini she's got on. That's Carmilla. Is that Matt Baker? No. I could see in some places it might look like Baker art, but that's not him. Wemby, the Jungle Boy. I used to watch that Bamba, the Jungle Boy, on TV all the time when I was a kid. Here's Mutt and Jeff. Harvey Comics, number, what is it? 119. He opens the top of the car, so now he's got a roof window. Opens it up like a sardine can. Daffy the Duck. Oh, I gotta get this slab. It's a Whitman variant. I don't know about that, Daffy. Looks like you're gonna get a cold, cold tush. There's a gold key, Woody the Woodpecker. I like that. The kids are pretending they're sleepwalking. You know, they go right to the pie and then right back to bed, sleepwalking, pretending. I'm sure. Gag cover. Oh, all right. Here, something I wanted to show you. This is oh, Betty and Veronica, number 23. Look at those outfits. Really, really beautiful. Nice outfits, you know, for the beach. 1963, yeah. I have a box of those 100 Little Dolls. I picked them up at a flea market. The lady said they were cake toppers. You can use them for cake toppers, I suppose, but they were just something that they would sell to little girls that were excited to get 100 Little Dolls, and they were just nothing but little flat figures, plastic flat figures. That's all what they were. Let's see. Oh, here's another ad. Convoy of Terror. Convoy of Terror. The reason I'm really showing you this is because I have another copy of this, which is rarer because look at that. Look at the price on that. 35 cents. as opposed to 25 cents. Now, back then in 1963, if you went into some of the comic shops that I went, not the comic shops that I went into as a kid, I went into the little mom and pop shops in the corner, and sometimes in the middle of a little block, they would have the 12-cent comics by now in 1963 in the spinner rack, but they'd always have a pile of comics on the counter that were still a dime. That maybe they never sent back, they never tore the top off and sent them back, they just, kept them there. And if you were lucky enough to get a place that had those pile of comics still for a dime, you can get three for 35 cents, 3 comics for a dime, and a nickel candy bar. But even if you didn't and you bought the 12-cent comics, you get 2 12-cent comics and you still get a candy bar and still have change left over. So that was a lot of money. 1963 was a lot of money. And where that variant was, where they tried to sell this, I have no idea. But this is pretty rare. You just don't see this 35-cent variant anywhere. Charlton comic, Outer Space. From 1958. This is number 20 with, what did I write back here? Dick Giordano cover. And the cover reminds me of Wally Wood and Steve Ditko. In fact, Steve Ditko has a couple of stories in here. But it's kind of a Wally Woodish type of cover on there, but it is actually Dick Giordano. Sleeping Beauty. I showed this on Graphic Man. It's got a nice chunk out here. Nice Dell Disney comic, Sleeping Beauty's Fairy Godmothers. Crap. I'm going to have to go to another clip. But I got to go upstairs real quick. So when I come back, it'll be like I never even left. See? It's like I never even left. Got to get something important. I've showed this so many times. But for the people that didn't see it, here's a Dell comic, Walter Lanz's Woody Woodpecker. Stuffing the Moose. I mean, can you imagine a cover like this today? Animal rights activists would... Oh my God. I can't even begin to think of what they might do if they see a comic book cover like this. And especially if it was geared towards kids. He's got a shotgun. He's got a dead moose in the fridge. You can't get out. Oh my Lord. Animal rights activists, gun activists, anti-gun activists, anti-meat eaters, anti-hunting. Talk about a politically incorrect cover. Number 350. Seek it out. Now that you've seen it here in the world of stuff, it'll probably go up in price, I think. 48 pages, Boris Karloff, Tales of Mystery. Number 82. This has got to go in a different bag. I wonder... Oh, yeah, it's got to go in a different bag, man. Oh, this is very nice. Super Sea Monkeys. That's an interesting ad for sea monkeys. This is from 1978. I thought it was 1979. Hmm. Uh, I don't know. Got all these silly ads in there, unappealing to me. It would have been unappealing to me as a kid back then, but this is interesting. Cover, I'm not sure. I can't really tell you. But, what? Oh, that kind of that weirded me out there. I'm flipping through it, and I thought I saw something that was part of the Tarzan story, Daredevil, and the Tarzan story. It kind of, for a second there, threw me for a loop. Loop de loop. Oh, shit. Next thing I got here. Yes, sir. The praying mantis. The huge mantis. Oh, somebody wrote something on the back here. Look what somebody wrote on the back of that Steve Ditko story on the 1978 number 28. That's not me. I didn't write any of that. Oh, this is a pretty nice condition, too. 35 cents, Space War number 28. I hate... Oh, fuck me. Ow. I'd rather not use tape at all. I usually don't. And that's the reason why, I mean... Space War... Look at this. This is a beautiful copy. Very nice condition. Of course, it'd be nicer if it didn't have this UPC box there. 1978. I really need to look at that, don't I? The power of witchcraft, man. That was a big thing back in the late 60s, throughout the 70s. That was, everybody was getting into that witchcraft thing, you know, around, people around that I hung around with and stuff. And I was going in the opposite direction. You know, witchcraft thing didn't, I mean, I experimented, read books, rather, you know, just to get, you know, some perspective on what the hell it was that these people think that they're doing, or think that they're going to be able to do. Oh, look at this. This is a nice thing. Tank trap. I got some pieces that I had, because I had that. I ordered that when I was a kid. I wasn't really a kid anymore, but I was in my teens, maybe 15 or something. And, but I don't know what happened to it, man. I think pieces got stolen and then they broke or whatever. It was a rubber band, I think it was. And I still got some. And, you touch them and they would, explode into 3 different pieces or something like that. Is this the, let me see if this is what I think it is, because I do have a full set of this. No, that's something else. I have a game called Task Force, and in the box, never. I opened it, but I never took it out to play with it or anything like that, and I still have that. Look at that! They cut off the miscut. I have the movie poster upstairs, The Deadly Mantis. Yes, indeed. What's that? Oh, that was in this. Probably going to have to do something with that. Oh, you know what I wanted to show you? Because I told you that I got cut off on that one clip. I had to do it over. I thought about something, and it was in here. There's an ad in here, a Mark Jewelers ad, that I never seen it. I always seen them as inserts. And a Mark Jewelers ad at this time back in, was it 1970? It's printed as part of the pages of the comic. I don't remember ever seeing it printed like this and as part of the actual comic book pages. But there it is. At least I don't remember ever seeing it. Maybe I did and never paid attention to it. I don't know. That's that. Where does this go? 193. What was that? Is that this? Oh, I don't know. Ugh. Star Trek, Gold Key Star Trek. These are all books I picked up over the last several months in stores. Some of it I ordered from Internet, Atomic Avenue, Amazon. Amazon's got comics too. Excuse me, eBay. The Flintstones. Wasn't necessarily interested in this too much. This is, I think, from 1967. I think. Except it was rain. It was raining, and I like rainy day covers. I remember as a kid. It's kind of nostalgic for me because I remember when I was a kid, that's what I would do. I'd play with my little toy soldiers that I would get from the comic books and enjoy reading the actual comic books too at the same time when it was a rainy day. Oh, speaking of these little soldiers, there they are. I have 3 of these. 3 of them. One is my original. The other 2 I picked up over the years, But there is what it was. I would play with those and then read comics or build models. It's got a little tear in there. I love the Flintstones. My father used to watch the Flintstones. he, he used to watch the Flintstones. He said, it reminds me of work. It reminds him of work when the whistle blows, you know. The whistle blows and time to go home. Yabba dabba doo. Oh, yeah. Boris Karloff, Tales of Mystery. Oh, this is looks like a very nice copy. Beautifully painted cover. It says 24 on the back here. From 1970? Now, I'm going to have to take a look at it. Number 24 from 1970. Very nice copy. Nice condition. Nice ad in the back. Wow, pages are white. Anyway, let's get to the number 33, 1971. Wonder why they wrote 1970 on there, except maybe if it's copyrighted 1970. Right there on the bottom. Copyrighted 1970 by the estate of Boris Karloff. So maybe they were looking at that when they wrote that on the back. But that's, you can't go by that. They should know whoever that was. Oh, look at this. This is one of Gratu Orloff's very favorite books. The Little Monsters. And I think he showed this particular cover in one of his episodes. I can't remember what episode it was. You'll have to go back and watch some of his last few episodes. Well worth watching. Colorful, exciting hippos for $1. You get all these little animals. Easy bake oven. I remember some of the girls in my neighborhood, little girls had these. They were so excited until they got burned by a light bulb. And I think that's one of the reasons. I think that's probably the reason why they stopped making them. It was just like a 150 watt bulb in there, man. Yes, sir. The Little Monsters. You know, in a way, this reminds me of the Harvey comics. This could have easily been a Harvey comic. The Little Monsters. That's exactly what it reminds me of. Horrible Over and Awful Annie. Little Monsters. It reminds me of the Munsters. I don't know if Orloff mentioned that when he showed this book, but maybe he did. Except for the fact that these guys are all, they're all Frankenstein monsters or something. Oh, look at this here. Ghost Manor number 77. Does that look familiar? Does that look familiar or what? It says here 77, 1984. Let me. Where did I showed the original. I didn't even know I had that. Talk about kismet or something, or whatever you call it. I was in a lot of pain the last few days, arthritic pain, and because I was working when I shouldn't have been doing a couple of days of heavy labor, and I'm not supposed to do that, but I had to do it, and I did it. Here's the original. This is from 1958. I showed this to you. But there it is. And here's the reprint in 1984. Changed the colors a little bit. Dick Giordano. Oh, that's interesting. Somebody was writing all this stuff on the back. It's not me. H-Bomb panel, Jim Aparo art, Ditko story. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And we're getting pretty close to the end here, folks. Look at this 16-page fun catalog. I gotta look at this side of the bag here. Boris Karloff. Tales of Mystery. You know, I can't for the life of me remember where I got these from. Must have been in the last couple of months from wherever. I have no idea. The carved head. This is from 1973. There's those bicycles with the high handlebars and the banana seats. I never liked those banana seats. Never did. Some of the interior artwork looks pretty good there. Yes, indeed. Where's this fun catalog that they're talking about? Oh, I get it. I see. Yeah, well. Oh, it's got some beautiful artwork in here. I gotta see who did this artwork. They, of course, don't tell you here, but very nice artwork. I'm gonna have to read this tonight. The Beatles Sting. Alright, the fun catalog. Where does this thing come in? There we go. What is it? This must have been around Christmas. October, November or something? Alright, it's December 1973, so that means October. Came out in October, so yeah. No, yeah, so that would be October. And Kenner, 16-page fun catalog. Fat Albert, A Visit. The Flintstones. Let's just go through the whole catalog, shall we? Not that you're very much interested, but it's interesting to me. Oh, look. They're learning all about the greenhouse effect. The Phantom Strikes. Easy Bake Ovens. Next pages. Fat Albert is in Billy's garage. Caught you kids with Snoopy again. What were you doing with Snoopy again? Poor little dog. You snooping around with Snoopy? Smash Up Derby, I remember that. I mean the commercials, I never had the toy. Yeah, they sure had a lot of different toys back then, you know. A lot of cars. Toys with cars. Flying Adventures. Oh, what the heck? Kenner? General Mills. Airport modeling set. Now that is something I do not remember. But it is something that I would have loved to have had. Yabba dabba doo. Next page. Kenner Toy Treasure Sweepstakes. Watch 13 famous cartoon classics 11 on CBS Network. I think my wife was walking around up there. And that was it. The last page. Next is the story of The Beaten Path. Wow. Huh. I wonder where I got this from. I can't... Huh. Okay, oh, and here's the, this I picked up from eBay. Archie Giant Series Magazine 140. Look at all the stuff they wrote on the back of this. 12 pinups, lots of beach pinups, Dan DiCarlo cover and art, and Harry Lucy. Did I write that? No. No, I didn't do that. 7.5, I don't know. 7.5 either. Got all sorts of stuff written on there. Well, I'm gonna get rid of that. What the hell? Oh, it's in 2 bags? It's in 2... I don't know. Seen this. This is actually a Mylar. The original thin idiotic Mylars that, and then as they put it in a plastic bag. These, oh, it's not a Mylar. Feels like a Mylar, but yes, it is a Mylar. Never mind, it is a Mylar. Mylite, the original Mylite, and then they came out with Mylite 2s, which are the only ones that I buy. But these were originally some of the really cheap ones, but they wanted to make it so people could afford it. Ernie Gerber. And I bought a lot of them, but when I got them, I said, no, I ain't going to rebuy those again. But anyway, so what we have here is another Betty and Veronica from 1966, my favorite year for American pop culture. Archie Giant Series Magazine, Betty and Veronica Summer Fun. Oh yes, of course. Veronica's pinup. She looks like the farmer's daughter. Yes, you do look like the farmer's daughter. Holy cow. Lifeguard saved my boyfriend. You get it? Save him from that other girl, Veronica. Oh yeah, here's the obligatory ad for the Polaris nuclear sub. David McCallum, Ilya Kuryakin from The Man from Uncle. Yeah, these were such fun books. Well, let's see what else we got here. Secret spy camera. I have one of those back there somewhere. I probably have a couple of them from the ads. Zipping up. That's kind of a bizarre outfit that she's got on there. Oh, really? Probably not. I'm just mumbling to myself. Oh, here's a color version of that ad I showed you earlier from another comic book. It lights up and wow. I bet you well, for $1.98, I'll bet you it wasn't anything like that. But if it was, girls would have been so excited. It's your Zodiac ring. It's got a code in there that could help you find the Zodiac killer. Nice pinups. This is a really nice copy. Wow. Yes, yes indeed. Front cover again. Isn't it lovely? 1978. This is like it just was on the rack. So, that's that. Let me see something here. Oh, I gotta put some eye drops in my eye. I'll have to wait till I go upstairs. Eye drops are upstairs. I don't have any down here. Was this in the... Oh, this was in a plastic bag. No, no, that will never do. Never, 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 ever. This is going into wait a minute, what? A Mylar bag. That's too big. What? Something's not right. Are these Silver and Golden Age? Oh. What? Oh, for goodness sakes. Standard. See, the Gerber standard Mylars, they're more like standard to silver. They fit nicely into this. This is the, oh, let me show you. God darn it. My Lights 2. Standard comic book size. However, they will fit into the oversized Silver Age comics. So that's kind of nice. I like that. And it creates high definition for your comic book. High definition, I say. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess that'll about do her. I got other stuff here, but I'm not going to show you all that now. This is just some of the stuff I'll show you next time. This was inspired by, this purchase was inspired by Horror Mike. And this has to go up on my poster wall because it has the Goliath and the vampires. It goes up on my poster wall where I hang all my, where I got the one sheet Goliath and the vampires, and I hang all my still black and white photographs from the movie. So I wanted to find space maybe and put that, hang that up there too, much to my wife's chagrin. Anyway, I got a whole bunch of stuff here. I got a bunch of the magazine size reprints of EC comics, which I like because they're so huge. I'll be showing you some of those next time. Stuff like this. And also a whole bunch of oh, look at that. I didn't know. There's another one. Some of the magazines. The Sleazy Eerie publications from Myron Foss. Next time. So, until next time, Live long and be well.